these situations can start to expose who are the real entrepreneurs, who are the real business people, and who are those that have just been riding this wave and been successful because of just the conditions. So being a clever business person and someone that's astute is to look at things rationally, analyze your numbers, not to make emotional decisions, and those decisions should be based on what are your numbers telling you. And sometimes those decisions might be difficult. So in this particular scenario, this person, as I said, has got a number of different providers working for them. And the client numbers have dropped, and obviously the dollar per client has dropped, and a number of visits per year have dropped. And I said to this person, is this just affecting the number of clients you're seeing? Is there particular people of your team who've borne the brunt of the decrease in the number of patients and the amount they're spending? If so, maybe you need to look at contracting the size of your business. Maybe you actually need to go, okay, well, the business has fundamentally changed. The conditions are different to what they were 12 months ago. And maybe I need to make a tough decision to say that this business can't support all these staff members anymore. Because if you're now diluting all the reduced numbers amongst the same number of people and you're still paying these people a salary, your business is going to eventually start hemorrhaging profit.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that from people that I know as well.
So,
because business isn't always linear, right?
No.
You have good times and bad times, peaks and troughs. And of course, if you've done well a few years ago and you've expanded your team, that doesn't mean it will always be the case.
Yeah.
Or you won't have some bumps in the road.
Yeah.
But that can obviously be challenging because you set up a team, you maybe have expanded your practice, you've got more rooms, more devices, so that kind of needs to be serviced.
Yeah, so as I said, it all comes down to the data. So being comfortable with your numbers. If you're in a position where you don't know how to interpret your numbers, then you need to reach out and get help from someone that does. So like a business coach. I do a lot of this with people, all over the world. So I can't even count the number of different financial statements I've read from different people, but they all tell a similar story a lot of the time, especially when these trends happening globally. Or your accountant should be able to sit down with you and have a really informed discussion and help you make these decisions and help you interpret these numbers. You don't want to sit and wait and work out that you've been bleeding money and now you've actually got to start putting money in from your own pocket or pulling money out of your mortgage. You don't want to be in that panic situation. You need to look at your numbers today.
Yeah. So, every business will be different. But again, you sort of said when you're interrogating your numbers, it's more just, okay, well, obviously I'm making less than last year, but why?
Yeah, why? So if the numbers are down, then the next step is, okay, well, how are the numbers down? Is it profit has decreased, but revenue's still the same? Is it both? Usually if you've got a decrease in number of patients and spend, you're going to have a decrease in your profit and you're going to have a decrease in the amount of revenue.
Yeah.
Okay. This is then also why you need to know, well, what's my weekly break-even point or what's my monthly break-even point? How much does my business need to be generating over that period to cover all of its expenses? Okay, fine. What can I do to reduce those fixed expenses? Do I offload a device? Do I look at subletting some of my rooms that I'm not using? Like, well, so what's my resource allocation? Like, how much of my resources are actually being used? So your physical resources, so yeah, rooms, things like devices, and then you've got your human resources, like how much of your staff actually being utilized. And that's when you start to look at potentially cutting things down so that your business stops hemorrhaging money.